Okay, team, here's our 32 play, also known as magic. This is also known as a 2-3 zone beater. You can see the blue X's are our defense, are the defense we're coming to face. And if these guys stay home and do their job right, it's going to force us into all outside shots, which we don't want. So we're going to try to penetrate these cracks in the 2-3 as much as humanly possible. And that's what this offense is designed for. So the initial setup is that you got the 1 right at the top of the key. You got 2 and 3 on the opposite ends of the 3-point line in 3-point territory. You've got our bigs down inside the 3-point area. The 5 would be at one of the top blocks posting up high. The 4 will be at one of the lower blocks posting up low. The 4 will always mirror the 5 diagonally. So if the 5 moves over here, the 4 is going to move over here. Okay? And let's just step through this then. Let's say we're in our formation now, and the 4 actually should be in between a seam, right? In between one of these defenders. The 5 is posting up here. The 1's going to look for the 5 to post up, and the 1's going to feed the 5 the ball. Okay? Once the 5 does, the very first thing on his mind is to either bounce pass or lob it to the 4, right? Because once this pass comes in, these blue X's are going to come up and creep in around the 5. And that's going to leave a little bit of room, at least in the first few times down, to give the quick pass to the 4 and a very easy bucket. Okay? Once the defense figures that out, or if we face tougher defenses, they're not going to fall for this, right? We still want to look for it, and we still want the 4 to come in here and box this guy out and get open down low. And ideally, you'll have 1 foot in the paint and 1 foot out of the paint so you don't get called for the 3 seconds. Okay, so that's the first option. Lob, feed the 5, 5 feeds the 4, lay it up and in. Okay, and then if the defense does collapse on the 4, the 5 would then work his way into this seam, and you can try to work the ball to each other down low. If that's not there, bring it back out to the 1 and reset, right? Now let's just illustrate if the 5 goes over to this block now. You want to keep moving block to block. High post right, high post left, and then the 4 is going to mirror that on the opposite side. Okay, so now once the defense figures out our trap door to the 5, then we got to have some other options, right? So to penetrate, let's say we have our perfect kind of triangle here on the right, which is what we want to go for. So you still want to feed the ball into the 5 if you can, and once you do, I want the 3, you have to find some room out here. So come over here and try to draw this defender out, right? While you're doing that, I want the 2 on the other side to find a spot in here for an open shot. So my 2s and 3s have got to always be thinking and filling an open spot somewhere inside the 3-point area, right, where a defender isn't. And if the 3's down here, the 4's down here, the 2 might have an open spot right here. And then the 5 will then feed one of these guys the ball for an open shot. Without that backdoor play to the 4, we're probably not going to get all the layups out of this, but that's fine. We get a high percentage shot right here or over here. That's always a good thing. So my wing players, I need you guys to always be on the lookout for this guy on the right and this guy on the left to be moving and fill in the most open area inside the 3-point line that you can find. Okay, so that's the basic gist of it. Some other things you can do in terms of a third option is to do some screening, right? So to get more advanced, let's say we want to find a little seam for the 1, right? So the 5 can always go and screen on this guy, right? And that will open up a little seam right here. My blue guys are disappearing, but that's what they want, what we want. We want them to get tired. So once the 5 screens out, sets a screen on this guy, it's going to open up a little bit of an alley here for the 1, right? So the 1 can then dribble drive, and if this defender then collapses on him, The 3, again, his job is to find an open spot in this area. You can bounce, pass, or lob it over to the 3 for an open shot. You can follow through all the way and come back around if you want, or just reset. But that's another option, right? So the third option, like I said, in our original formation, and of course this guy's over here, feed it into the 5. I'm sorry, no, the 5 is going to screen, and the 1 can dribble drive through. And then if the defense collapses, you can go to, I said the 3, but you can dribble to either one of these guys, or even the 4 if these guys collapse. Okay, so we really got to take it into the belly of the beast with the 2-3 defense. Okay, we got to crack through the seams, and that's the gist of it. So this will work for us, and we'll practice it. So thanks for watching.